On this muggy South Florida summer evening, daylight is turning into night, and we begin a journey deep into the Everglades to stop a ruthless killer. Back in March of 2017, the Florida Water Management District created an incentive program to pay highly trained people to go out and remove as many pythons as possible. Dozens of sanctioned hunters have come from all walks of life to search for the wild Burmese pythons, one of the biggest snakes in the world. Hunters aren't in this for the money. They do it because it needs to be done.
Trapper Mike Kimmel. I'm the owner-operator of Martin County Trapping and Wildlife Rescue. And especially for someone like me that loves wildlife so much, there's no greater thing for me to see something so exotic and out of the ordinary for me. As a little kid growing up, if you told me that we would have these huge snakes out in the Everglades and I was gonna get paid to hunt them, dude, that'd be the greatest thing in the world. You know, granted, it's not great we have these pythons out here, but for someone like me, that is a great problem to have. I love catching them, and they're beautiful to me. And for me to be able to interact with them and fight with them and wrestle with them and see them and their energy and everything, it's the greatest thing in the world for sure. It's what I'm all about.
Female Burmese pythons can lay dozens of eggs at a time. By one estimate, up to 250,000 Burmese pythons live in the Everglades today. For the pythons, the Everglades are like a buffet that never closes. They devour birds and mammals and disrupt food sources for panthers, alligators, and other creatures. Over the last 20 years, we have seen a decline of 98% in our small mammal population. No one has seen a rabbit or fox in the park for over 2 years, and we suspect the python is the main cause of that disappearance.
Donna Khalil. I work for South Florida Water Management District and at Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission as a python removal specialist. We hunt pythons for the love of hunting pythons. We are out here and we are doing that to save the environment, but we're not out here pulling weeds that don't belong here. We're not, catching little other critters that don't belong out here, like the lizards and whatnot, tegus and whatever. We're out here specifically to get that adrenaline rush. I have a skill set that helps me do that, and I figure, why not? It's fun, and I am out here enjoying what I do.
My name is Tom Rahill. I am the founder and president and head snake catcher for the Swamp Apes. I found my emotional upheaval out there in the Everglades was addressed by taking my mind off it, by being out there 2, 3, 4 in the morning, tracking down these big snakes, doing good for the wilderness while I was doing good for myself emotionally. And then started involving myself with inviting veterans to come out to take advantage of the same emotional healing that I experienced by tracking down those pythons. What I've seen with the veterans is that they have a renewed sense of purpose. We're a project-based, achievement-based organization, and the veterans that come out that involve themselves, particularly on a regular basis, get that sense of camaraderie again. A lot of veterans miss that. They have a very clear sense of who they are. They have a purpose in life. They have a job. The military houses them, gives them medical, food. And then when they come out, they lack that stability. So there's a transition period. It's hard to imagine, but hunting pythons help them get back in touch with fundamentals that we all take for granted in our daily lives. It gives them a sense of purpose, a sense of accomplishment. And it's a true sense of accomplishment. These are beautiful animals, but they're doing so much damage. Situational awareness, threat assessment, mission focus, all of these attributes that are in the DNA of veterans are ideal for being out in the Everglades. The harshness of the Everglades, the difficulty of the Everglades, tracking and then removing these pythons. I couldn't ask for a better group to help remove these animals.
I'm Dr. Gitel Rahill. I'm Associate Professor in the School of Social Work here at the University of South Florida. And I've been married to Tom Rahill for 38 years. And at night he engages veterans and he takes them out into the Everglades. I was reading some of the excerpts from what the veterans were saying and their relatives, and I read things like, at one point I was looking down the barrel of a gun and then I met Tom Rahill. A woman would say he never came out of the room and I thought my son was going to kill himself, and then he met Tom Rahill. I sat in my office and I started to cry. And probably one of the few times I apologized to Tom in my life, because I'm always right. I'm sorry. You know, you're making a real difference in real lives. And not just the veterans, but family members. You're impacting families and their children.
Being a country boy, the Everglades are a dream come true. There's all sorts of native animals that are unique unto the Everglades. The python problem that's out there now is seriously impacting the health of the ecosystem. So to be a country boy and to be out there hunting these pythons, it's truly a dream come true.